The casting process for the 1941 movie How Green Was My Valley was a careful and deliberate one. The film's director, John Ford, was known for his meticulous attention to detail and his insistence on casting only the best actors for each role. For the part of the patriarch, Gwilym Morgan, Ford chose Donald Crisp. Crisp was a seasoned actor with decades of experience, and his stern but loving demeanor was the perfect fit for the role. The role of Angharad, the eldest daughter, went to Maureen O'Hara. Ford had worked with O'Hara before and was impressed by her beauty, talent, and fiery spirit. He knew she would bring depth and emotion to the character. Roddy McDowall, a young British actor, was cast as Hugh, the film's protagonist. Ford was looking for a fresh face to play the innocent and curious boy, and McDowall's audition won him over. The chemistry between the actors was palpable from the start. During rehearsals, Ford encouraged them to improvise and interact naturally, which helped to build a strong bond between them. This camaraderie is evident in the film's many emotional scenes, which are made all the more powerful by the cast's genuine affection for one another. One pivotal moment in the casting process came when Ford decided to cast Walter Pidgeon as the charismatic preacher, Mr. Gruffydd. Pidgeon was a last-minute addition to the cast, but his performance elevated the film to new heights. His chemistry with O'Hara was particularly strong, and their scenes together are some of the most memorable in the film. In the end, the casting of How Green Was My Valley was a testament to Ford's skill as a director and his ability to bring out the best in his actors. The film went on to win 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture, and remains a classic of American cinema to this day. John Ford, the director of How Green Was My Valley, was known for his distinct visual style and ability to capture the spirit of the stories he told. In this film, Ford aimed to bring Richard Llewellyn's novel to life, focusing on the close-knit Welsh mining community and the struggles they faced. Ford's creative influences included classic literature, westerns, and his own Irish heritage. He often used wide shots and dramatic landscapes to convey the grandeur of the story setting. In How Green Was My Valley, he employed similar techniques to showcase the lush Welsh valleys and the claustrophobic mines. To bring the story to life, Ford worked closely with the cast and crew. He encouraged the actors to deeply understand their characters and to portray them with authenticity. He also collaborated with the cinematographer, Arthur C. Miller, to create the film's distinctive visual style. Together, they used lighting and camera angles to emphasize the emotional depth of the story. Ford's approach to directing was hands-on and detail-oriented. He was known for his meticulous preparation and his ability to create a positive and focused atmosphere on set. This allowed the cast and crew to do their best work and helped to ensure that the final product was a faithful adaptation of the source material. In How Green Was My Valley, Ford's directorial vision is evident in every frame. His attention to detail, his deep understanding of the story, and his ability to work effectively with the cast and crew all contribute to the film's enduring appeal. The result is a powerful and moving portrayal of a community and a way of life that has all but disappeared. How Green Was My Valley is a classic 1941 movie directed by John Ford. It tells the story of a Welsh mining family and the challenges they face. The film features many unforgettable characters, and I'm sure you have your own favorite. Perhaps it's the strong-willed and loving mother, Mistress Morgan, or the wise and just preacher, Mr. Gruffydd. Maybe it's the fiery and rebellious son, Hugh, or the kind and gentle daughter, Angharad. Whoever it is, I'm sure they've left a lasting impression on you. When did you first watch this movie? Was it recently, or do you remember seeing it for the first time many years ago? No matter when it was, I'm sure the story and characters have stayed with you. As we delve deeper into this movie, you'll discover many surprising and interesting facts. Did you know that How Green Was My Valley was almost never made? Or that it was filmed on a Hollywood backlot, not in Wales? And what about the fact that the film's release led to a revival of interest in Welsh culture and history? But there are also many funny, shocking, and sad moments in the movie that will move you to laughter or tears. From the humorous antics of the Morgan children to the heart-wrenching farewell between Hugh and his father, this movie is full of emotion and depth. So, whether you're a longtime fan of How Green Was My Valley or you're watching it for the first time, I'm sure you'll find something to cherish in this classic film. And we would love to hear your stories and memories related to this movie, so please share them with us in the comments below. The 1941 film How Green Was My Valley was produced with great attention to detail, particularly in set design and locations. The movie is set in a small Welsh mining village, and the production team went to great lengths to recreate this setting. They built a massive set in the Fox Studio backlot, which included a coal mine, houses, and a church. The set was so large that it had its own railway system to transport equipment and personnel. To create a realistic mining environment, the production team employed innovative techniques. They built a working coal mine on the set, complete with coal carts and mining equipment. They even hired former miners to operate the equipment and advise on mining procedures. This level of detail added authenticity to the film and helped to create a believable mining community. The film was also shot on location in California and Washington, where the production team found landscapes that resembled the Welsh valleys. However, filming in these locations presented logistical challenges. The crew had to transport equipment and personnel to remote locations, often over rough terrain. They also had to deal with unpredictable weather conditions, which could delay shooting. To overcome these challenges, the production team used cutting-edge technology for the time. They employed mobile generators to provide power in remote locations, and they used portable sound stages to record audio. They also used special effects, such as matte paintings and miniatures, to create the illusion of a larger world. Despite these challenges, the production team was able to create a compelling and realistic portrayal of a Welsh mining community. The film's set design, locations, and innovative techniques all contributed to its success and helped to make it a classic of American cinema. John Ford's How Green Was My Valley is a powerful and poignant film that explores the struggles of a traditional family in a small mining town. The film is set in a community where the mining company holds all the power and the workers are treated as mere commodities. The title of the film, which may suggest lush greenery, is somewhat misleading as the setting is quite bleak and depressing. The film follows the story of the Morgan family, who, despite the harsh conditions and the exploitation by the mining company, remain deeply connected to each other. The family's love and support for one another become their source of strength as they navigate through the challenges of poverty, unemployment, and the destruction of their community. Director John Ford masterfully portrays the sentimentality of the story, which at times may seem overly emotional. However, the beauty of the film lies in its exploration of the human spirit and the importance of family ties in the face of adversity. The film serves as a critique of capitalism, highlighting the destructive consequences of treating people as disposable resources. How Green Was My Valley is a moving portrayal of a family's resilience and the power of love and community. It is a film that resonates with audiences of all ages and backgrounds, offering a poignant reminder of the importance of human connection and the strength of the human spirit. Despite its bleak setting, the film is a testament to the enduring power of family and the resilience of the human spirit. The creation of a film score and soundtrack is a meticulous process, and the 1941 movie How Green Was My Valley is no exception. The music, composed by Alfred Newman, plays a crucial role in complementing the narrative and emotional tone of the film. Newman's score is deeply moving, capturing the essence of the story set in a close-knit Welsh mining community. The music underscores the film's emotional highs and lows, from the joyous moments of communal celebration to the heart-wrenching scenes of family strife and hardship. The soundtrack features traditional Welsh hymns and folk songs which not only provide authenticity, but also serve as a poignant reminder of the community's shared heritage and values. The music is woven seamlessly into the narrative, enhancing the story's emotional resonance without overpowering it. In an interview, Newman stated, "The music should never distract from the story, it should always serve it." This philosophy is evident in his work on How Green Was My Valley. The score is a subtle yet powerful presence, underscoring the characters' emotions and the film's themes without ever becoming intrusive. The musicians involved in the film's production also played a significant role in bringing Newman's score to life. The London Symphony Orchestra, conducted by Muir Matheson, provided the score's orchestral backing, while the Welsh male chorus contributed the stirring renditions of traditional hymns and folk songs. The result is a soundtrack that is not only beautiful in its own right, but also integral to the film's emotional impact. The music enhances the narrative, providing depth and richness to the characters' experiences and the story's themes. It's a testament to the power of music in film and the skill of the composers and musicians involved in its creation. In the 1941 film How Green Was My Valley, Rhys Williams made his cinematic debut, despite originally being hired solely to coach the cast in Welsh accents. Williams, the only genuine Welshman on set, was ultimately given the role of the prizefighter by director John Ford. Interestingly, two of Williams' co-stars, Arthur Shields and John Loder, had opposing allegiances during the Easter Rising of 1916, with Shields fighting for the Irish Republicans and Loder serving as a second lieutenant in the British Army, the son of General William Lowe. Moving on to another actor in How Green Was My Valley, Walter Pidgeon was nominated for a Tony Award in 1960 for his role in the musical Take Me Along, although he ultimately lost to his co-star Jackie Gleason. Despite this, Pidgeon's career spanned several decades and included numerous memorable performances. One of the most iconic scenes in How Green Was My Valley is the fight between the two brothers Hugh and Ianto. The intensity of the scene is heightened by the close-ups of the actors' faces, capturing the raw emotion and pain of the characters. The director, John Ford, uses low-key lighting to create a dark, intense atmosphere, emphasizing the conflict between the brothers. The performance of the actors, particularly Roddy McDowall, who plays Hugh, is exceptional in this scene. McDowall's portrayal of a young boy caught in a violent and confusing situation is both heart-wrenching and authentic. The cinematography, with its tight framing and dramatic lighting, adds to the emotional impact of the scene. Another memorable scene is the flooding of the valley, which is depicted with stunning visual effects and cinematography. The use of wide shots and sweeping camera movements captures the overwhelming power and destruction of the floodwaters. The scene is a powerful metaphor for the devastating impact of industrialization on the close-knit community. The director, John Ford, was known for his ability to create powerful and emotional scenes through his use of visual storytelling. In an interview, he said, "I try to tell the story in pictures, not words. A good director knows how to use the camera to convey emotion and mood." The impact of these iconic scenes on the audience is profound and enduring. They capture the struggles and triumphs of the human spirit and the power of community and family to overcome adversity. The scenes are a testament to the enduring legacy of How Green Was My Valley and the timeless themes it explores. In 1941, a young British actor named Roddy McDowall, who had recently arrived in the United States to escape the Blitz, was cast in the leading role of Hugh in How Green Was My Valley. This film would go on to win the Best Picture Oscar, beating out the acclaimed Citizen Kane. Jack Pennick, who played a small role in How Green Was My Valley, was an expert in military drills and can be seen marching in the opening scene of Stars and Stripes Forever. The success of How Green Was My Valley was a surprise to many, as it was up against the critically acclaimed Citizen Kane. However, the film's portrayal of a close-knit Welsh mining community and its powerful storytelling resonated with audiences and Academy voters. The 1941 movie How Green Was My Valley, directed by John Ford, left a significant cultural and social impact on audiences. Set in a close-knit Welsh mining community, the film explored themes of family, community, and industrialization's impact on traditional ways of life. Audiences connected with the movie's emotional storyline and relatable characters, making it a box office success and earning several Academy Awards. The film's portrayal of the Welsh mining community resonated with working-class audiences who saw their own struggles reflected on screen. How Green Was My Valley also influenced pop culture, particularly in its depiction of the Welsh mining community. The film's visual style and storytelling techniques inspired future filmmakers and became a benchmark for portraying working-class communities on screen. Moreover, the movie contributed to discussions on relevant social and cultural themes. It highlighted the importance of community and the impact of industrialization on traditional ways of life. The film's portrayal of the mining community also brought attention to the struggles and sacrifices made by working-class families. In conclusion, How Green Was My Valley left a lasting cultural and social impact through its emotional storytelling, relatable characters, and exploration of relevant social themes. The film resonated with audiences, influenced pop culture, and contributed to discussions on the impact of industrialization and the importance of community. Rhys Williams made his debut in the film industry with How Green Was My Valley. The decision to shoot the movie in Southern California was influenced by two significant factors. First, the continuous bombing of Britain by the Luftwaffe made it challenging to film there. Second, the studio executives were hesitant about the film's pro-union storyline. Additionally, the director's reputation for perfectionism led the studio to keep the filming in the U.S. The mining village set for the movie was not built in Britain, but in Southern California. It cost $110,000 to construct and was modeled on the towns of Ceinwen and Clydach Cumta to create an authentic look. The studio brought in blocks of coal weighing over a ton apiece for the construction of the mines. To give the impression that coal slag covered the landscape in the opening and closing scenes, the hillside was painted black. How Green Was My Valley, a 1941 movie directed by John Ford, received significant critical acclaim and numerous awards. The film is a drama set in a Welsh mining village, focusing on the struggles and hardships of a close-knit mining family. Notable film critic Bosley Crowther of the New York Times praised the movie, highlighting its extraordinary emotional power and sheer beauty. He commended the director John Ford for his superb craftsmanship and the intensely human and affecting story. The film also resonated with audiences who appreciated its emotional depth and powerful performances. The film's portrayal of the Welsh mining community was particularly well received, with viewers praising the film's authenticity and attention to detail. How Green Was My Valley received 10 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Actor. The film ultimately won 5 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, and Best Supporting Actor. These accolades were significant for those involved in the film, as they recognized the movie's exceptional quality and impact. The film's 5 Academy Awards were a testament to the hard work and dedication of the cast and crew, as well as the vision and skill of director John Ford. The film's success also helped to solidify John Ford's reputation as one of the greatest directors in Hollywood history. With 4 Best Director wins to his name, Ford's legacy as a filmmaker was cemented by the success of How Green Was My Valley. In addition to its impact on the film industry, How Green Was My Valley also had a significant cultural impact. The film's portrayal of the Welsh mining community helped to raise awareness of the struggles and challenges faced by working-class families. The film's powerful storytelling and emotional resonance continue to captivate audiences to this day, making it a true classic of American cinema. Roddy McDowall, known for his role as Cornelius in the Planet of the Apes series, appeared in 4 of the 5 films. He was replaced in Beneath the Planet of the Apes due to his directorial commitments for Tamlin and Britain. McDowall returned as Cornelius in Escape from the Planet of the Apes, and as Caesar in Conquest of the Planet of the Apes and Battle for the Planet of the Apes. Walter Pidgeon, who acted in How Green Was My Valley, has a notable film career with 5 films selected for the National Film Registry by the Library of Congress. These films include How Green Was My Valley, Mistress Miniver, The Bad, and the Beautiful, Forbidden Planet, and Funny Girl. John Ford took over from William Wyler early in the pre-production phase of How Green Was My Valley. The filming of How Green Was My Valley was no easy feat. The lush Welsh valleys were recreated on a studio backlot, and the crew faced many challenges in making the set look authentic. To add realism to the scenes, they even imported Welsh coal to sprinkle on the ground. John Ford, the director, was known for his tough exterior, but he had a soft spot for Maureen, who played Angharad. He would often give her a tender pat on the cheek before yelling action to start filming. The child actors in the film had a difficult time pronouncing some of the Welsh names and words, so the script supervisor had to create a pronunciation guide for them. Despite these challenges, the young actors delivered impressive performances. The film's release was bittersweet for the cast and crew. While they were proud of their work, the outbreak of World War II cast a shadow over the celebration. Many of the cast members joined the war effort shortly after the film's release. Despite the challenges faced during production, How Green Was My Valley went on to win 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. The film remains a classic example of Hollywood's golden age and a testament to the talent and dedication of the cast and crew who brought it to life. William Wyler, the original director of How Green Was My Valley, left the production to work on The Little Foxes instead. This change led to the casting of young Roddy McDowall as Hugh, the film's protagonist. McDowall formed strong bonds with his co-stars, Maureen and Anna Lee, calling each other by their character names for decades after filming. McDowall, who had a crush on O'Hara, even promised to marry her when he turned 21, a promise that brought laughter from the audience during his appearance on This Is Your Life in 1991. Initially, How Green Was My Valley was intended to be a 4-hour epic, with Tyrone Power playing Hugh as an Adu lieutenant. However, the final version of the film featured McDowall in the role, and Power's participation was no longer required. Despite these changes, the movie went on to become a classic, with McDowall's performance and his friendships with O'Hara and Lee remaining a memorable part of its production. Released in 1941, How Green Was My Valley, directed by John Ford, remains a significant film in Hollywood's history. The movie, which won 5 Academy Awards, including Best Picture and Best Director, left a lasting impact on the film industry. Its innovative cinematography, focusing on close-ups and tight shots, set a new standard for visual storytelling. The movie's emotional depth and exploration of themes like family, community, and industrialization resonated with audiences and inspired future filmmakers. Its influence can be seen in various films, such as Steven Spielberg's Empire of the Sun and Terrence Malick's The Tree of Life. How Green Was My Valley also played a crucial role in shaping the career of its lead actor, Maureen O'Hara, who became one of Hollywood's most enduring stars. The film's success helped establish her as a talented actress, known for her fiery spirit and dramatic range. Moreover, the movie's portrayal of the Welsh mining community struggling against industrialization sparked conversations about social issues and the impact of industrialization on local communities. This theme has been revisited in various films and television shows, including the popular HBO series The Gilded Age. In conclusion, How Green Was My Valley's legacy and influence can be seen in various aspects of filmmaking, from visual storytelling to thematic exploration. Its impact on future filmmakers and the broader culture continues to be felt, making it a timeless classic in the world of cinema. In the 1941 film How Green Was My Valley, young actor Roddy McDowall is credited as Master Roddy McDowall in the opening credits, but this title is omitted in the end credits. The movie features only one genuinely Welsh actor, Rhys Williams, who played the character Bando. Williams was born in Clydach-Swansea in Whitty 1897. Anna Lee, who appeared in the film as Mistress Morgan, had a distinguished career in Hollywood, including roles in 2 other Best Picture winners, The Sound of Music and Mutiny on the Bounty. Her presence in How Green Was My Valley is a testament to her talent and versatility as an actress. In the film How Green Was My Valley, Rhys Williams was the only Welsh actor who was native-born to appear. The movie was directed by John Ford, who tied Frank Capra's record of winning 3 Academy Awards for Best Director with this film, and later won a 4th for The Quiet Man. Arthur Shields, who appeared in 7 films alongside his elder brother Barry Fitzgerald, also had a role in How Green Was My Valley. This includes films such as The Plough and The Stars, The Long Voyage Home, and The Quiet Man. We'd love to hear about your personal connections to the classic film How Green Was My Valley from 1941. How did this movie affect you personally? What memories or experiences do you have related to it? By sharing your stories, you can help create a meaningful conversation around this cinematic treasure. Don't forget to engage with our content by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more explorations into the world of classic films. Your support helps us continue to delve into the rich history of cinema and share its magic with you. We look forward to hearing from you and exploring the enduring impact of How Green Was My